It's a gator. What we're doing, guys, we saw this bush. If you can see that small piece of foliage right there. And it was moving towards the dock. And it's a gator. I saw him come up and then I saw him go down. So he probably went over to the side. But he was using that bush right there because I actually watched it go from probably 100 feet to my right and move in towards the dock. And it was kind of like a camouflage thing, and I couldn't figure it out. At first I thought it was a bird, and then when I got out here, I realized it was a gator. And I don't know if that bush was caught on him. That's probably the most logical thing to say, but I really don't know. Anyway, that ended that mystery. So now we'll get a shot of that anyway. So I think he's hung up, and it's a baby gator. It's not a big one. I think he's hung up in those bushes and he can't get out of it. So he's using it to push it across because it was making a wake and everything. Really, really interesting. So anyway, back to our video. Nice way to start that out. Now a word from our sponsor. Advanced Elements is the leader in design and manufacturing of inflatable kayaks with cutting-edge technology and providing excellent customer service. All of their products are designed to give paddlers the tools they need at a value they deserve. Check them out at advancedelements.com or call toll-free at 866-262-9076. Hello, and welcome to Paddling and Pedaling Florida Adventures. I'm your host, Mr. D. Hey, Happy New Year, guys. This is January 2, and I had to get out on the water, and I just had to do it. But man, it is foggy. Had a very mysterious thing happen. I kept watching this. I didn't know what it was because the fog is so thick, but I see it making a wake, and it looked like a very large floating bird, like those Goonie birds or whatever they call those things. But then the more I watched it, it turned into a bush. And I said, wait a minute, a bush don't move. And it was coming right towards the launch dock. So I decided to go ahead and launch out and investigate what that thing was. And it's actually a juvenile gator that apparently got hung up in this bush stuff and he can't get out of it. Or I don't know if they're that smart. Using it for camouflage, I don't know what he's doing. But he probably pushed that bush a good 100 feet because I was watching the wake and everything happen, and it was really strange. So anyway, I wanted to get on the water, start the new year off right with a coffee paddle, and it is foggy as you can see here, guys. It is nasty foggy out. Maybe this sun will burn it off, I don't know. But I can't. I'm glad I know this lake because I can't see nothing. It is nothing but a gray sheet. But anyway, we're going to get out and do a little paddling and stuff like that. So, hey, we'll be back in a bit. Hi, guys. The fog is finally starting to lift a little bit. Now, I have switched over to my Insta360 X3 camera. And I'm actually in the hero mode or the GoPro mode or the single lens mode right now. So it'll act like a GoPro camera type action camera, or you can get it to where it can shoot 360, which is really, really cool. But anyway, my coughing paddle today, he almost didn't come out today, guys. The fog was so thick when I got up this morning. So I went over to Waffle House real quick, got me some coffee and all that kind of thing, and I'm turning around. I saw an opportunity for a photo here. I want to see if I can pull it off. Anyway, the fog was so thick that I decided that, yeah, I don't think I'm going to go out. So anyway, when I was at the Waffle House, it started to lift a little bit, or the daylight was coming because it was dark when I left. And I said, you know, I'm going to go. I'm definitely going to go. So anyway, hey, I'm going to get back in a minute because I got a couple of photos that I want to take right now. And it is really cool if I can get this shot done. So, hey, we'll be back in a bit. Well, guys, the fog is starting to lift, and I'm loving this. I'll be able to get some good 360 footage here using that new monopod that I talked about on a previous review. And I'm using that today, and I wanted to see how well it's going to do on the water in the kayak. Now, I'm rocking the kayak right now, and that thing is stable. It's not moving around at all. Now, it's fully extended up, and I'm really liking this. It's really a well-built product, and I think it's going to take care of my fears of it falling over. That was really a bad situation when that happened, and when it fell over, I mean, it took a chip in the lens of my X2, and that cost me $500. That was a stupid mistake on my part. I had to do some research and find a good monopod that could support any of my 360 cameras and still give me the InvisiStick look, and this one does that. So I'm real pleased with that. So anyway, we're going to continue our paddle, guys, and I hope you're enjoying this. Again, this is the first paddle of 2023 for me today, and I'm loving it now. The temperature is warming up a little bit. It was a little bit cooler this morning. I'm not complaining, but it was pretty awesome. Now, I am using also, from a previous review, I'm also using the wireless microphone from DJI, and without the receiver, I'm using the backup recording, and I'm recording on that right now for the audio up on that camera, because when it gets away up in the air and stuff like that, the audio kind of falls away. So I think I have the right microphone system now where I can wire up my sister, and all she has to do is hit the little record button on that little microphone, and like I said, it's got 15 hours of backup recording on it, and I've already used the heck out of this. I actually use the backup recording more than I do the receiver. Really strange. But I'm in, like, there's two of these cameras right now I can't use a receiver on, which is the X3 that's up on the pole and my DJI Pocket 2, and it has its own microphone, and it is strictly programmed for that particular camera, so I can't use this microphone, but I still could use the backup on the Pocket 2 if my Pocket 2 microphone failed or ran out of battery or anything like that. So it's really cool. Anyway, again, we're going to continue our paddle, and we'll be back in a bit. Man, it is beautiful out here today. This is voice activated, and then I would just basically shoot this footage. We got a couple of birds over here, and that's what's caught my eye. So I'm going to go over here and see if I can get them in flight. So we're going to see. And this is how I do it, actually on the water. Now the monopod is fully extended up. And there's the bird's gonna bust. I'm right over where that bush was from this morning's fog, and as you can see, it's gone. It was definitely a gator wrapped up in some kind of bush or something, maybe some monofilament line, but it's attached to him for sure. and I'm looking and I can't see that little bush anywhere. But hey, at least we know it was a gator. Hi guys, we're going to wrap it up for this edition of Paddling and Pedaling Florida Adventures. This is our first paddle of 2023, and I planned it to be a short one, not a long one. I just wanted to get out and I wasn't expecting the fog. You can see it's lifted, and it turned out to be a beautiful morning. So anyway guys, one of the big things I wanted to do, other than having my morning 2023 coffee paddle and all that kind of thing, was to test out the Best 360 monopod on the kayak, and it performed really great. So I kind of did a double thing here, but I got to play with the Insta360 X3 camera a little bit more. And I tell you what, a lot of this lake has shifted. There's a lot of things that's changed here. A lot of this, everything has moved out. It's really strange. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you on the next one.